Welcome back YouTube to another video. Yes, it has been a while, but don't worry. I'm going to be grinding for the next few weeks to try and get out a video at least 4 times to 5 times a week. Anyway, straight into the workout. We have 270 kilograms loaded up on the barbell and ready to be deadlifted. I've already done this for a set of 2. I did that for Instagram and TikTok. Now I'm going to do another set for YouTube. I do 2 sets of 2 reps, and then I drop down to a certain weight and do RDLs. 8 minutes of rest in between each set. That includes the RDLs as well, although saying that, I'm probably going to have to double check whether or not I'm correct or incorrect. Regardless, I've got about 2 minutes more rest, and then I'm going to crack on with some deadlifts. I am using straps for this set because my thumbs are rather sore from the last set of 270 kilograms for 2 repetitions. Okay. Excuse me. Oh my God, I'm stuck. I'm trapped. Help me. I'm under arrest by the lifting gods for losing strength, because I have lost strength. And the reason behind that is a peculiar one, kind of. I mean, not really peculiar. No, it's not peculiar. I've started eating lean meats, poultry, fish, whole foods like brown pasta, brown rice, brown spaghetti. I've cut out the majority of junk food. You know, cakes, biscuits, any kind of sweeties, all of that high processed, high sugar, high in artificials and preservatives crap. Since doing that, I have lost 3.5 kilos. I think I'm missing out on a bunch of calories, which is why I lost so much weight so quickly. But it does feel nice to be a bit leaner. However, the trade-off with that is the loss of strength. Plus, I feel rusty due to knee inflammation that I've just got over. To be honest, I should be coming back with a deload, if anything. I've just had a week off. Whatever. I'm used to playing it smart. I played it dumb, and, you know, 1 more week of heavy ass weight, hoisting, heaving and hauling, almost maximum loads. I'll deload and let my body revitalize, recuperate. But until then, I'm going to beat my body up for the next couple of weeks, this week included. I was kind of depressed when I injured my knee because I've just got over injuring my pec, and my bench is my strongest fucking lift at this point, which doesn't make any sense because it's always been my squat and my deadlift. My bench has always been the weakest lift. So it's turned around. I guess that's, I don't know. I feel like I've woke up in a parallel universe. Regardless, I've got RDLs now. I feel like the Australian strength coach, Sebastian, is torturing me. Sebastian is coaching me at this precise moment in time. He's the same man that coached people like Hathor Beyond Johnson, or however you say his name. A bunch of elite level athletes, strongmen, powerlifters, even rugby players. And I'm sure there's plenty of other different types of athletes that he has coached, but I have stumbled upon him and he has stumbled upon me, and we have come to an agreement that as long as I mention his name from time to time and go over the program that he has written for me and the reps and sets and rests and exercises he has prescribed me, then we have a deal, essentially. Good exposure on both behalves. So go check out Sebastian. I'm hoping that some of his community comes to me and some of my community, our community, goes to him. It's shared exposure that way. Yapping on, I'm jibber-jabbering, I'm mumbo-jumboing, you know, I could continue. I don't, hold on a second, you're over there. How did you get over there? How bizarre. But yeah, I don't really do RDLs, so I'm going to look up some tutorials and try to perfect the form, because, well, it's either a gift or a curse, but I'm a bit of a perfectionist. Some say it's not something to brag about. Others say it's great, you take your time with stuff. But then I kind of sit between where I've been like this the majority of my life. It can get quite frustrating trying to perfect literally everything in my life. It's why it's hard for me to get something done, because I'm putting way too much effort into the smaller things than the things that need to be done, if that makes sense. So the smaller things that don't necessarily need to be done right now, the bigger things that do need to be done now, I tend not to focus on those. The smaller things is a thing that I focus on. I mean, she said that I focus on the smaller things, and I said, you focus on the smaller things as well. That's why I love you. I've had enough of the YouTube tutorials. I'm just going to wing it. In fact, you guys and girls can let me know if I'm doing it incorrectly or correctly. Sebastian wanted me to do 175 today, but with the way that I'm feeling, that ain't happening. And I want to get used to the movement pattern, so I'm going to stick to 140. I don't know if that's good or bad. All I know is I'm sore and I'm getting older by the day. I've got to make the most of being able to do this. Whilst I am sore, I am grateful and very much appreciative that I have the ability to do this. All right, enough waffling. I don't know about this. I don't know. I've got a plate underneath me because I wasn't getting enough range of motion. The plates were touching the floor before I could go through the entirety of the hinge, which is probably why I wasn't really feeling it very well. I just hope this doesn't tank my central nervous system and my lower back. My lower back is very sore right now. I actually felt my hamstrings and gluteus maximus activate that time. Not just a little bit, but quite a lot. So the increase in range of motion definitely did its job. But what's next? Now that I've done 2 sets of competition style deadlift well, to be fair, it's not really competition. I'm using a deadlift bar and cast iron weight plates because both of the power bars were being used. So I was like, well, I don't want to be here forever, so I'll use a deadlift bar today. But what's on the menu now? We've had our main course. What's for dessert? And by dessert, I mean the accessory exercises. Leg extensions, leg curls, and hyperextensions. Sun is shining, the weather is sweet. Just like a leg extension and hamstring curl. Superset, yes. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Sun is shining. The weather is sweet. Giggity, giggity. Look at these fucking angles, boys and girls. They're beautiful. Look at the background blur. It's fantastic. Giggity, giggity. All right. 8 reps. Let's go. Hold on a sec. There we go. Oh shit, how many? Oh, I don't know. 3? Yeah, buddy. All right, that's a good weight. One more set of each and then hyperextensions, but I also forgot to include that I am doing EZ reverse curls and EZ skull crushers because I was supposed to do them yesterday, but I didn't do them yesterday. So let's not break the machine now. That would be very difficult to do. Oh my goodness, too powerful, too strong. Oh my God, I've peed myself. I've actually peed myself. I fucking shit myself, boys and girls. Colton Angle. Oh my goodness, Colton the Limit Breaker, that'll do. I've been seeing Colton the Limit Breaker. I cannot pronounce his surname. I'm not even going to try. Do a lot of reverse curls as opposed to EZ curls. And it makes sense. When you're benching, your wrists are protracted. When you're squatting, your wrists are protracted. When you are deadlifting, your wrists are protracted unless you do a mixed grip. Or for some strange reason, an under grip, retracted grip. Yep. Anyway, it makes sense. Plus I've got big forearms. I don't train forearms. So I'm very curious to see if I can get my forearms bigger. Reverse curls are going to replace EZ bar curls, but I still need to get a bicep exercise in there. So I'm going to throw it in somewhere during the week. Just one. Doesn't have to. I don't have to go overboard. Just one. I could even do like EZ barbell curls again. What was I saying? Is it focusing on me? Yes, it is. Fantastic. My head's a little bit cut off, but nah, that's gonna bug me. There we go. Quality over quantity. Bang. Yeah, look at that. Sexy. Right, 8 repetitions. We've got 2 more sets. Good Lord. Holy moly, okay, that's hard. I feel like my wrists are going to give way at any moment. It's not necessarily my forearms that are the problem, it's my wrists. My wrists are screaming. My forearms are still screaming, just not as loud. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. That should be a good way to do EZ curls with as well. What? That's good enough to do EZ skull crushers with as well. So I'm going to keep the same weight on the bar and do some skull crushers with that. Let's go closer. That doesn't feel as close as I want it to be. Okay, that's it. There we go. I definitely didn't just set up the camera then get in bed and put the laptop on my lap. No, the camera just magically appeared dead in front of me and started filming. But I wanted to kind of capture the scene as to what I was actually doing. This is the end of the video. But I didn't end the video. I just saw here that it was blurry for some strange reason. I guess I didn't lock onto the right area when I was tapping away at the screen. So it focused on the background, not me. Regardless. It is the next day. I've woke up about an hour ago. I'm just about to finish the video that you are watching now. All I wanted to say was thank you for watching. Please like this video if you liked it. Please dislike it if you don't like it. Please subscribe if you want to see more. Do expect another 3 videos this week and 5 videos next week. 4 videos this week because I didn't record the day before that session. And then 5 next week because I'm going to film every single session. Before I end the video, before it is a wrap, I want you to tell me what you want to see because your feedback is the most important thing of my YouTube channel. Is my fucking laptop overheating? Yeah, it is. I must urge for you to drop a comment in the comment section below. Because your feedback is the thing that drives this channel. It is the thing that puts this channel on a certain trajectory. If it wasn't for your feedback, then I wouldn't know what you guys and girls want. So the more feedback that you leave, the more I know what you want, and the more I can give you what you want. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Because if you don't tell me what you want, what you really, really want, I won't know what you want, what you really, really want. Wow, that was interesting. But yes, your feedback is of uttermost importance, and how do I even emphasize that? I guess I could do with arm movements and vocal tones, but yes, I emphasize. Well, no, I don't emphasize. I am emphasizing. I am emphasizing that your feedback is the most important part of this channel. It is the thing that keeps this channel going. And yes, I don't post as much as I should post, but that is about to change because I want YouTube to be my main social media platform. Yes, I have Instagram. I have TikTok. On Instagram, I have over 200,000 followers. On TikTok, I have over 150,000 followers. On here, I don't even have 8,000 followers. I want my YouTube channel to be the one that outshines my Instagram and outshines my TikTok, but I can't do that unless you tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Use code RyanPrice at myprotein.co.uk. Why do I say that? Oh, my dick! I feel sick. I smashed myself right in the meat and two veg with the bottle, and now I'm laying here at like 9 o'clock in the morning feeling sick because I clocked myself in my own Johnny English. I don't understand that joke. That wasn't funny. It didn't make sense. What would I call? It doesn't matter. I also have a code for Gymshark, and I also have a code for Hard Body. I also have a code for Odyssey bench mats. I also have a code for something else. I can't remember what it is. That code is Ryan Price. My code is there for you to use to snag yourself a cheeky little discount. It's not much of a discount, but it's still a discount. It still saves you some pounds or pennies. Those pounds or pennies can go towards other things in your life. That's how I see it anyway. It's not a case of I'm selling out, which some people say about creators who start to get sponsorships under their belt. It doesn't make sense how these content creators have those sponsorships there to support them as content creators, and it also supports their communities. It gives their community a discount code on some of their favourite websites. So I don't know how it's selling out. It supports the content creator that everyone loves watching, and it helps the community that watches that content creator. How's it selling out? Now I would understand if, like, obviously I'm a fitness channel, but I started throwing gambling at you. Use this gambling app. Now I would understand if it was like a gambling app or a gambling website where I started to advertise a gambling app or gambling website. But even then, if the community is cool with it, then is it really selling out? Personally, I don't think I would advertise a gambling app because I don't gamble myself. So it would be off my moral compass. Let's not call it a moral compass. So advertising a gambling app just wouldn't make sense for me. I'm tired. I just woke up. How does that make sense? What about those other apps? The calorie trackers, the AI calorie trackers. You take a picture of your food and then it gives you an estimated calorie and macro check. Those are kind of clapped as well, to be fair. When they first come out, I was kind of gassed up. I was like, they're pretty cool. I don't even have to log it in manually anymore. Not that you really have to do that anyway. You just scan a barcode and most of the foods that are at your local superstores are on those apps. But say in the instance that it isn't, then you'd have to input it in manually. And having this AI there, that you could literally just take a picture of your food and then it would give you the calories and the macros, I thought was fantastic until I realised just how inaccurate it is. It is very inaccurate. Now, using the AI calorie tracker is okay in some situations, but you need to know that these AI calorie trackers aren't completely and utterly accurate. And having an AI calorie tracker and one where you can scan a barcode or input it in manually is kind of like the difference between a cast iron weight plate and a calibrated weight plate. the AI calorie tracker is going to be off to a marginal degree, or else the barcode or manual tracker is going to be off, yes, slightly, but nowhere near as much as the calorie tracker, but nowhere near as much as the AI calorie tracker. It has a use for people that just kind of want to get it done quickly, but it's not accurate. So, you know, I feel like spending 2 to 3 minutes manually inputting some calories and macros and things like that is a lot more beneficial than just taking a picture of your food and then, you know, not really knowing how many calories you've eaten, how many macros you've just intook. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm not too sure how I started the conversation with me saying that this is just me touching up the end of the video to people selling out by advertising gambling apps, but then not selling out if their community is cool with it. And then the same applies to AI calorie trackers, how that is somewhat selling out, but again, if the community is cool with it, then look, bag's a bag, but a bag is only a bag if your community is okay with you making the bag off that thing that's giving you the bag, if that makes sense. That is why Gymshark, MyProtein, Hard Body and Odyssey Benchmat just make sense. It's relevant to me. But a gambling app or an AI calorie tracker, not so much. I do believe that I have a code for Chronometer as well. It might be worth checking, but code Ryan Price, of course. I have a code somewhere else. I've lost track of codes. I don't actually know where it was. I don't know. But if I figure it out, then I'll tell you next episode. I think I might start the video talking to you in bed. Just for like 10 minutes. I don't know, is that weird? I now need to get up, brush my teeth, have a shower, have some food, go pick up a light goods vehicle, drive it somewhere, pick up a bunch of stuff, drive that stuff somewhere else, drop that stuff off, drive the vehicle back to the place I got it, and then pick up my vehicle, and then go to the gym. But before everything, I need a coffee. Because a black coffee is the best way to start the day. It perks you up, it makes you feel fantastic, it gives you some enthusiasm, some motivation, some fucking energy. Although I feel like I've got enough of that, but I need more, because I'm a greedy bastard, a fucking energy sucker. I'm the fucking alien that's going around the sun, harvesting the sun's energy.